Back where I started. I don't even know when it was. I think it was like March or April last year. But yeah, but it's no longer my room. This is my office back there. See my computer, and anyway, that's my hole. Um, but it's not my classroom anymore. But it's still Spanish, and my roots are always in Spanish. But today is one of those days. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And I make it sound like that's unusual. It's pretty much a normal, regular day. Crazy, crazy. My son John and I were up until, well, he stayed over until about 1:15 in the morning this morning, trying to order our new iPhone 6s. And it was just crazy. They were supposed to go on sale for pre-order. I'm sorry, not sale, at 12:01 midnight California time, which is the same right now. And the website was down. I guess Apple wasn't ready for the load, and they got hammered. And so we were there till 1:15, doing all this stuff. And finally, my eyes couldn't stay open. His eyes couldn't stay open. And we got in. And apparently, I reserved two phones. I was only trying to do one. But in the confusion of what's working, what's not, I reserved two phones. I got an email sometime around 2:30 in the morning. Of course, I was not up waiting for it, saying that it was received. We have reserved a phone for you. You have 24 hours to finish your order. So I did that this morning. Of course, it wasn't easy this morning either because the website was still getting hammered. And so every time I would try it on a district computer, no dice. So I tried it on my phone once I got done teaching around 10:30, 11, and worked. My iPhone 6 Plus, 128 gigabytes, will be delivered probably the first week of October. Yeah, apparently there was a lot higher demand for that than most people thought. So, but John's going to get his somewhere around the 18th or 19th of next week. So by this time next week, he'll have his. Way to go, John. His dad had to get the bigger one probably because of his bad eyesight. Yeah, I'm going to have this monster phone in front of me. We'll see. I've always made fun of people with large phones, but we'll see how it goes now. It's not so funny when your eyesight's going. The other thing I found out yesterday, I have a class every Thursday for the next 4 or 5 weeks, and it's with district technology people. We're talking about it's on bring your own device initiatives. Students bringing their own computers and taking advantage of that. And in our conversation, I found out that these Lenovo's we got for the district, I thought they cost $500, $600, $700, $800 each. No, they cost about $1,600 each. First of all, they haven't been working right. I've given mine to another teacher on loan indefinitely because hers has been in the shop, and who knows how long. People's keyboards are failing left and right. They always have to stick a little paper clip in there for the keyboard to start working, and that doesn't even work. Mine went through that a couple weeks ago. The poor teacher I loaned it to said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do anything. I think I broke it." And I said, "No, it's happening." But anyway, $1,600, and I don't get why. Okay, last year in April or May or something like that, we were all invited. A lot of people were invited to go down to the district office and evaluate, 7, 8, 9 different types of devices, portable. My arm is totally getting tired here holding this. Different types of laptops, portable devices. They had Microsoft Surface. They had some from Dell. They had the Lenovo's. They had a few of them. All these different ones, and we were supposed to evaluate them, look at them, run them through their paces and all that. And, I've kind of stopped pushing the fight for Apple at the district because it's kind of pointless. But in side conversations, not to be antagonistic, I don't know who I asked, but I said, well, why not Android? I mean, I figured, okay, don't come off as an Apple fanboy. Why not push Android? And or just ask why, since everything is going internet-based. Everyone's doing Google Docs. They're doing, even Adobe, Final Cut Pro and InDesign and Photoshop, they all have Creative Cloud. Microsoft, even their Office is now Office 365 in the cloud. Hardly anyone, it doesn't matter to anyone what operating system you're using now. But for some reason, the district wanted to stick with Windows. And I don't get it. Here in 90... When the internet came out, the idea was that it would be platform agnostic. And our district is going so far to avoid that. Here in the age of internet, where it doesn't matter what browser you're using, it doesn't matter if you're on Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Internet Explorer, Opera, or Windows, Mac, Linux, who cares? A phone, a tablet, a watch. Why would the district spend $1,600 on these things that are pieces of crap? And the wireless display devices they got, and don't get me going on why they call them WiDi. Anyway, but they're wireless display devices. I think they're a lot like an Apple TV. You plug them into a projector or something, and that's the receiver for the signal that comes from your device, your phone, your tablet. Well, it won't work with phone. It won't work with iPads. It won't work with anyway. This is why I had to go and get a Pepsi today. Oh, yum, yum, yum. Anyway, yeah, I'm going on 6 minutes here, guys. I'm not even halfway. Yeah, I'm halfway done. I'm more than halfway done. But I figured it out, okay? You know, they said, well, iPads don't have keyboards. Okay, buy a $500 iPad, a $100 Kensington, what is it, a ultra-thin folio keyboard. And so you get an iPad, you get a case, you get a keyboard, Bluetooth. It works fine, too. It works wonderfully. And there's no incompatibility issues. What is incompatible with the internet? You get online. I do all my announcements. In fact, on this phone that I'm using right here in my hand, I not only shoot my daily rambling, but I edit my anchor script for the daily announcements. It's a Google Doc. And someone sends me an announcement on the email. I copy and paste the announcement from my email into the Google Doc. I edit it. It's there. There's not a thing I can't do on my phone. I can take attendance from here. And it's my own phone. And if the district had saved some money, they could have bought a $500 iPad, a $100 keyboard. They could have even added $130 for the iPad to have a Verizon or AT&T chip in it. And then let the teacher decide. If the teacher wants to pay the 3G or the LTE coverage, fine, let them cover it. That's, who knows, make that personal, okay? The teachers can do that. And so what's that? $630 plus $100, $750. Easily, the district could have got 2 iPads for the cost of one stinking Lenovo. I don't get it. I want to know who people are listening to. Or is anyone listening to anyone on the sense and the financial irresponsibility there is? It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. And here I am. I'm just a stinking lowly teacher. But come on, someone make sense out of this, because it drives me nuts. It doesn't make sense. And I'm all ears. If there is a reason and a rationale, tell me, please, let me know. Because easily 2 or 3 iPads for these Lenovo's. Or even a fully loaded, a fully loaded MacBook Air. So Core i7, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabyte solid state hard drive, just like the Lenovo's, $1,700. Or a base model MacBook Air, $899. Let's see, a fully loaded iPad. No, not fully loaded. $729 for an iPad Air, 32 gigabytes with cellular, and then the $100 keyboard. Or a base model iPad, $500. You know, I don't know who's got someone's ear. Someone sold someone a bill of goods. It's like my wife said the other day. It's like Jack and the Beanstalk. He went to go sell a cow and bought a bunch of beans. While the story ended up pretty good, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I got a low battery message right now. 9 minutes. This must be a record for me. Well, with my iPhone 6 Plus, this huge 5.5-inch beast, I'm supposed to get almost twice the battery length, so we'll see how that lasts. Anyway, I'm going to go. Someone just sent me a text saying they need me in the yearbook lab, so I'm on my way. Not all heroes wear capes, you know.